Exadata interview questions. What is Exadata? Exadata is pre-configured combination of hardware and software which provides a platform to run the Oracle database. What is cell RAM cache? Cell RAM cache is cache in front of a flash cache on storage servers and is an extension of database cache. It is faster than flash cache but has smaller capacity. Who will check RAM cache before accessing a lower layer in the I/O stack like flash memory or hard disk? Cell server. What is adaptive scrubbing? Oracle Exadata system software automatically inspects and repairs hard disks periodically when hard disks are idle. The default schedule of scrubbing is done every 2 weeks. In the event of storage server failure, how does RAM cache works? In the event of storage server failure on the primary mirror, the database sends the RAM cache population to the secondary mirror so that the blocks are now cached in the RAM cache of the secondary mirror. When the primary mirror comes back to online state, the blocks are populated back in the primary mirror's RAM cache. Why should I go for Exadata? There are multiple reasons to answer this question. What are the components of Exadata? Exadata has several components. They are DB server, cell storage, InfiniBand switch, Cisco switch, PDU. What are the features of Exadata? Exadata features are Smart Scan, Smart Flash Cache, IORM, Storage Index, HCC, which is nothing but Exadata hybrid columnar compression. Can you explain details about Exadata sizing? Exadata comes in different sizes. They are full rack, half rack, quarter rack, and 1/8 rack. What is storage index and how it works? Storage index consists of a minimum and maximum value for up to 8 columns. This structure is maintained for 1 MB chunk of storage. Storage indexes are stored in memory only and are never written to disk. Storage index filter out data from the consideration. Which protocol is used by ASR to send notification? SNMP. Is manual interventions possible in storage index? No. What are the options to update cell flash cache for an object? There are 3 different options that are available. They are keep, default, and none. What is the default size of Smart Flash Lock? 512 MB per module. Each storage cell having 4 modules. What is flash cache and how it works? The flash cache is a hardware component configured in the Exadata storage cell server, which delivers high performance in read and write operations. Primary task of flash cache is to hold frequently accessed data in flash cache, so next time if same data is required, then the physical read can be avoided by reading the data from flash cache. What is cell CLI? Cell CLI is a command line utility. We can manage cell storage with the use of cell CLI utility. We can say it's a utility to administer cell storage. What are the types of EHCC? Query low, query high, archive low, archive high. Which package can be used to estimate the comparison ratio of table? DBMS compression. Can you explain the background services of cell server? Yes, they are management server, cell server, which is also abbreviated as cell SRV, and restart server. How to replace faulty HDD in Exadata storage? All the HDD are hard swappable. So if we are using proper redundancy, then we can directly move and replace new HDD. Storage software will take care of all the steps in the background after replacing the HDD. How many disks comes with storage cell? 12. What is the purpose of spine switch? Spine switch is used to connect or add more Exadata machines in the cluster. How to migrate database from normal setup to Exadata? There are different methods we can use to migrate DB to Exadata. Some of them are below: export import, physical standby, logical standby, transportable tablespaces, transportable databases, Golden Gate, Armin cold and hot backup restoration, Oracle streams. Exadata shutdown and startup procedure. Shutdown procedure: stop database and listener, stop cluster, shut down database servers, shut down cell storage, shut down all the switches, remove powers from the PDUs. Startup procedure would be in reverse order, which is remove powers from the PDU, shut down, plug up all the powers to the PDUs, start the switches, start cell storage, start database server, start cluster, start database, and start listeners. How many database servers comes in 1/8 rack and quarter rack? 2. How many cell storage comes in full rack Exadata machine? 14. Can we use flash disks as ASM disks? Yes. Which protocol is used for communication between database server and storage server? IDB protocol. Which OS is supported in Exadata? Database server has two options for OS, either Linux or Solaris, which can be finalized at the time of configuration. Stealth storage comes with Linux utility. What is ASR? ASR is a tool to manage Oracle hardware. Full form of ASR is Auto Service Request. Whenever any hardware fault occurs, ASR automatically raises SR in Oracle support and send notification to respective customers. How to integrate Exadata with OEM 12c? Install OEM agent on DB server, launch auto discovery with the use of one command XML file, specify required credentials for all the components, review configuration, complete the setup. How to upgrade firmware of Exadata components? It can be done through ILOM of DB or cell server, where we can define which cell storage can be used by a particular database server. Cell IP.ora file contains a list of storage servers which can be accessed by the DB server. It's like a P file. Okay. What are the Exadata health check tools? Exacheck, Sun Digest, OS Watcher, OEM 12c. What is EHCC? EHCC is Exadata hybrid columnar compression, which is used to compress data in the database. What is offloading and how it works? Offloading refers to the fact that part of the traditional SQL processing is done by the database can be offloaded from the database layer to the storage layer. The primary benefit of offloading is a reduction in the volume of data that must be returned to the database server. This is one of the major bottlenecks of most large databases. What is the difference between cell CLI and DCLI? Cell CLI can be used on respective cell storage only. DCLI can be used to replicate command on multiple storage as well as DB servers. What is IORM and what is the role of Exadata? IORM stands for IO Resource Manager, which manages the IOs of multiple databases on storage servers. How can we check whether Oracle best practices have been configured on Exadata? We can execute Exacheck and verify the best practices set up on Exadata machine. How many networks are required in Exadata? Public client network for application connectivity, management network for Exadata hardware management, private network for cluster interconnectivity, and storage connectivity. What is a command to enable query high compression on table? Alter table name, move compress for query high. Okay. How to take cell storage software backup? It is not required to take backup as it happens automatically. Exadata uses internal USB drive called cell boot flash drive to take backup of software. What is the difference between write through and write back flash cache mode? Flash cache will be used only for reading purpose. Write back. Flash cache will be used for both reading and writing. Which feature of Exadata is used to eliminate disk I/O? Flash cache. What is the capacity of InfiniBand port? 40 Gbps. What is the difference between high capacity and high performance disk? High capacity disk comes with more storage space and less RPMs, rotations per minute. High performance disk comes with less storage and high RPMs. Which one command should be executed for Exadata? Before and after configuration database, change in database machine. What is grid disk? Grid disks are created on top of cell disks and are presented to Oracle ASM as ASM disks. Space is allocated in chunks from the outer track of the cell disk and moving inwards. One can have multiple grid disks per cell disk. Which network is used for rack connectivity, interconnectivity, InfiniBand network? What are the steps to create DBFS? Create directory, create table space on database which are going to use DBFS, create user for DBFS, grant required privileges to created user. Now connect the database with the created user. Create DBFS file system by invoking DBFS create file system advanced. Mount file system by starting DBFS client. Which migration methodology is available if we want to migrate from high Indian to low Indian OS architecture? Golden Gate transportable table spaces, incremental transportable table space, and data pump. How much time is required to apply bundle patch on half rack Exadata database machines with rolling option? Approximately 3 hours per cell, and DB server including InfiniBand and PDU patching requires 1 hour each. What are the benefits when we get if we apply bundle patch on Exadata in rolling fashion while ASM is configured with high redundancy? It will reduce the risk of storage disk failure. Advantages and disadvantages of rolling and non-rolling patches on Exadata. Rolling. No downtime required. Disadvantages. It takes more time to apply bundle patches. If ASM is in normal redundancy, then disk failure on another cell could lead to DB corruption. Non-rolling. Less time is required to be DB patching. It could eliminate the risk of single disk failure if ASM is configured with normal redundancy. Disadvantages. Downtime required while applying bundle patch. Okay. What are some of the ASM parameters that are responsible for auto disk management in Exadata? Auto manage max online tries, auto manage Exadata disks, auto manage number tries. How to enable flash cache compression? Alter cell, well, there's a command that needs to be run, and the command is alter cell flash cache compress is equal to true. Which statistics can be used to check flash hit ratio on database cell? Cell flash cache hit read hits. Which disk group is used to keep OSR files on Exadata? DBFS underscore DG. How many Exadata wait events contained in 11G? There are 53 wait events on Exadata specific events. What is the difference between Exadata X3.2 machines and X3.8 machine? X3.2 can scale up to 2 large SMP compute servers, whereas X3.8 has as many as 8 compute servers as processing requirements increase. What are 3 main components of Exadata database machine? DB instance, ASM instance, database resource manager. What is the difference between DBRM and IORM? DBRM is a feature of database, while IORM is a feature of storage server software. How many Exadata storage server nodes are included in Exadata database machines? X4-8, 14 storage nodes. Thank you for listening.